Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me again. In this week's video, we've come out with the Ginger Captures Photography Meetup, and we're in the Middleton Woods in West Yorkshire, and it's bluebell season, and there's some fantastic bluebells out at the moment, and we're just exploring these woodlands, trying to come up with some nice compositions. I've got some shots as I was coming into the woodland there, and they're looking pretty good, so I'm gonna have a look around and see if we can come up with some more. Okay, so I've come across this really nice scene here with this old fallen tree, and we've got the sort of root ball here just in the foreground, using that as a really nice element just to sort of lead you in through the image. And then the sort of trunk itself leads you up to this old fallen tree in the background there, and that looks really good. It's got a really nice big root ball there, and it looks really cool, that. So obviously the bluebells on either side of the trunk as well make it look really nice and colourful. And yeah, so I'm focus stacking this image and taking about 4 or 5 shots going through just to make sure I've got it nice and sharp, because the root ball in the foreground is quite close to the lens, so just making sure it's nice and sharp from the front to back there. So yeah, I'm going to take that shot now, put it on screen for you, and if you let me know down in the comments what you think. I just thought I'd try something a little bit different here with this shot, and I've come across this little den that some people have made, probably kids, which is fair enough. And I just thought I'd try and include it in the scene here. It does look really nice, this with the greens in the background and the purples obviously in the foreground of the bluebells. And I just thought I'd make a nice interesting subject, something a bit different. And yeah, works pretty well. So I've got that on the sort of left hand third there, and obviously just focusing on that sort of little hook there just to make sure it's nice and sharp, and the background sort of like leaving it to sort of, you know, go sort of fade off a little bit, and I'm not too bothered about it being too sharp. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, so I've got my next composition set up here, and it's this really nice old fallen tree. Again, really nice and twisted and gnarly. I think it makes a really nice subject. I've got it sort of separated from the sort of tree on the right hand side and the tree in the background, making sure there's no overlapping branches or anything, or limbs. And yeah, it looks really nice, surrounded by all these sort of bluebells. The colour's looking really good, and the greens in the leaves just above as well looking really nice. There is 1 or 2 areas I'm not keen on. The sky in the sort of top left hand corner there, it's a bit distracting because it is quite bright, but there's nothing really I can do with it. I've had a look around and moved the camera just to try and get rid of that, but it's not happening. So yeah, I'll show you the back of the camera, see what I've got set up. But so that's it there. I really like the texture in the sort of bark of the tree that's on the right hand side there, and obviously the subject itself, the twisted tree, looks really good, and there's plenty of colour as well from those bluebells, so this looks really nice. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. And again, I'll put that on screen for you. Right, so this next composition I've got set up here is the sort of classic woodland path, and I really like this path here going through. There's it's sort of leading through to the background where they've got some really nice sort of bright green sort of leaves there. The light is catching it slightly, so it is providing like a nice little bit of a sort of like focus point in the background there, so your eye sort of leads through the path along to this sort of bright spot in the image, which you know, it works pretty well. And yeah, there's some nice gnarly roots there. There's little sort of tree stumps. There's obviously bluebells on both sides of the image as well. And yeah, it looks really nice. I really like the sort of composition of the trees and everything, the arrangement. This looks really nice as well. Right, so we've just come across this really nice scene with this tree just in the background there. It's got some really nice light on it coming down from above and making all the sort of moss pop on top there, so it looks really nice. This, again there, just the bluebells leading up to the tree itself, and it makes a really nice sort of carpet of purple as you head up towards it. So yeah, I really like this one. I'll put that on screen for you and let me know what you think. And Daz is here as well taking it. It's actually Daz's shot there, but so I'm just pinching it and having a go, so why not? So yeah, I'll put that on screen for you. Let me know what you think. Okay, so the rain has started now, and we've just come across this nice little stream here. There's a nice little bit of a waterfall sort of trickling through those boulders just in the background there, and again just a nice covering of bluebells just in the background. And this looks really nice. This nice interesting shot, something a little bit different. Got some really nice ferns in the foreground here, a little bit of wild garlic just on the sort of left hand side here, and yeah, I think it looks really nice. I'm shooting in portrait orientation just to try and get that leading line of the stream coming through. So we've got another woodland path here just going through there, through the bluebells, and I really like this sort of tree just in the sort of foreground here. It makes a really nice subject. It is raining at the moment, but there is some nice light coming through. Well, the rain's well and truly coming down now, so I think we're all heading back to the car, and it's been a great morning this morning just to get out with the Ginger Capture photography group Meetup. It's always good to get out with like-minded photographers and explore some new locations. But yeah, it's been really good to get out this morning just to have a look at the bluebells, and I really think we've got some nice shots. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, if you can do me a favour and just hit the like button, and please consider subscribing to the channel as well. So yeah, until the next one, bye for now.